afternoon and welcome, I should say actually good evening and welcome to Forsyth Bar Stadium in Dunedin for the first clash for round 4 of your SRL Minds. We've got the Bluetongues travelling down to take on the South Island Stingrays. Joining me in the box today, we've got the mentors for the Ravens, Ryan Wilmot. Ryan, how you going, mate?
I'm good yourself, Josh. Great to be here today on this lovely evening.
Yeah, it's great ground. I always love coming down to Forsyth Bar. Not so much Dunedin, but our colour commentary, as he dubbed himself, John Boy Mahava, he can expand a bit on why we don't enjoy coming to Dunedin.
I've actually been told I can't swear on air, so I won't go into too much detail. But suffice to say, my favourite part about Dunedin is the airport terminal going out of Dunedin. It's a pleasure to join you guys as always. It's a packed out Forsyth Bar by the looks of it, so I'm looking forward to a physical contest for both these teams.
Absolutely. As Godwin gets us underway, he gets kicked deep down to Justin Ryan, who passes it off to his left, so that's his right, to Tama Jones. And Riley Senior now, he'll take the hit up there. So, yeah, boys, we've had one successful round since we've come back to the SRL after a bit of a break here. Was there anything special that happened in round 3 that you guys really want to talk about?
I reckon the absolute uprise, I guess you could call it, of some of the Firehawks players that really burst out the blocks after the restart of the competition, and I feel they may be the team to beat.
Absolutely. Like you said, they did come out of the blocks pretty hot. They were a team to beat last week as Brody Best tackled on tackle 5. Alex Neal's going to try and grab it in, but he just loses it there. But Junior Tyre, as always, there to clean up the scraps. Over to you, John Boy. Is there anything in particular about round 3 that you liked the most?
Well, I like what said. I think I co-called the Firehawks-Ravens game last week. Some very exciting games. It's safe to say that they came out both blocks firing, like a
absolutely.
2-second strike.
Sorry to cut you off there. Yeah, Williams with a great run. Clearly doesn't want to hear John Boy talk about anything. He cuts him off with that great run. That's Hugh Mann now. Again, what a name.
Fantastic, man.
Good old Hugh Mann. Gets it out to Woodhead. 4 tackles gone. 4 tackles gone. We get the ball back to Tyre. Tyre back to Williams. Last tackle. The Stingrays, they're pretty well camped in the Bluetongues half. They've done well to get down here. Back on the pocket now to Godwin. Puts the bomb up. It's a bit deep, but they let it bounce. And Jackson Remy.
Match fixing.
And that glorious mo of Justin Monkey, he awards a try there. I'm not really sure what happened there. Letting the ball bounce, always a brave move, always a move that I myself not a fan of, and that's exactly why. They just got caught kind of napping there, the Bluetongues.
Yeah, some pretty poor defensive decisions made there, especially so deep on your own line, just to let a ball like that bounce, screaming for a try.
Absolutely. I kind of actually thought that they messed it up, really. The kick, I thought it was way too deep. I thought that fullback Justin Ryan was going to have a ball of a time catching that one and going out to the 20, but yeah, I was wrong. As Benji Magic, the veterans of the mines at this stage, good old Benji, sets us up to get us back underway. Quick start from the Bluetongues. Quick start from the Stingrays, I should say. As Remy now gets the ball back up over his 20-metre line.
Release.
As we'll go over to the right side, back to William.
That's your second. He's held there. Let him go. Let him go.
William to Remy now. Remy now get us up over the 40-metre line. 3 tackles gone. Yeah, absolutely right. Good post-contact meters there from Remy. And Hugh Mann now with a run from half as well. 4 tackles gone. They're well into the half. William was on a blinder today. He has some really good runs, and we've only had 8 minutes of play. 5 tackles gone, 50 metres gained. They're going to look for, going to assume a big kick here, and he's just thrown it away. 7 tackle set coming the way of the Bluetongues, with Josh Strange wrapping the ball up. I believe it's a no advantage there. So we're going to have a scrum. Not usual showing for SRL.
Offside. Never seen that before.
That was quite a poor end of the set for the Stingrays, considering the amount of metres they gained there to end off like that. It's pretty disappointing.
Yeah, absolutely. Even though kind of you don't often have scrums that you don't often have scrums happen in the SRL. Just to kind of give away a penalty like that as well, it's a bit poor. But look, early days for the Stingrays, and the Bluetongues will be licking their lips at the field position they've got. We're 2 tackles, about to be 3 tackles in, and we're over the 40-metre line already. As we go out to the left-hand side, Benji Magic now with the hit up.
4. Move. He's held there.
4 tackles gone. They're going to go the inside ball back to Tama Jones. He'll try and push up. We're within the 20 now, in the red zone for the Bluetongues. Dropping back to the pocket. Benji Magic goes to the sky. We've got Artie Surveyor. He gets the ball and goes for a little break, but gets driven back in his own 20, into his own 20. Junior Ty now from dummy half gets it to Godwin. Godwin out to Anderson. Anderson got some great post-contact meters from Jack Anderson there. But Jackson Remy now, he'll go on a bit of a run now. Tries to get past, I believe that is Josh Strange, the captain. Throws the cutout ball out to William.
Watch him go past that one.
Get back, look at me.
Halfway now for the Stingrays. They get it out to Pancake Gamer. Pancake Gamer's driven backwards a bit there. 5 tackles gone. Not as many meters gained in this set as they did for their last one. But nevertheless, they're going to drop back to the pocket. Godwin gets the ball out to Brody Best. And Brody Best, lack of concentration there. He just runs the ball out into touch after catching it. Great catch under pressure. But he's just took it straight over the line and gifted the possession back to the Stingrays.
Just when you thought the momentum was changing in the game, the Bluetongues have gone and given the ball back straight away to the Stingrays.
I hate dealing with kicks out.
As Junior Tyre now tries to crash over the line, but he's wrapped up short. He plays the ball on the try line. Godwin now gets driven backwards. 3 tackles gone. We're in the red zone here. As they're going to go left. They go left to Jack Anderson, and Jack Anderson strolls over.
It's a poor defence there by the Bluetongues. Could have strolled over and put that down if he wanted to. No one strolled by Anderson there.
Yeah, absolutely. Great work from Anderson. He had a couple of great runs leading up in the set before, and he's capped it off with a try for himself there. John Boy, how are things on ground level? I believe that's where you've positioned yourself.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've actually positioned myself right next to a bunch of people from Dunedin. They've been speaking in tongues all day. I've got no idea what they're about. Some bloke next to me has just been screaming non-stop for the last 15 minutes. And then the guy behind me is with his cousin sister wife. So, it's all kicking off down here on ground floor level. But it's safe to say that the Stingrays have kept this local crowd very, very entertained in an explosive 15 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. Stingrays, they've opened up the scoring pretty quickly, and then I wouldn't say they're punishing the Bluetongues yet. There's still obviously a long way to go in this game, but the Bluetongues are going to want to tidy up some of these little mistakes that they're making. So that's a good kick down to Hugh Mann. He gets it back on the inside to Connor William, and he's driven back onto his own 10 from Kernke. Junior Tyre will get it out to the marquee player for the Stingrays, Coda Diab, someone that's been a lot of topic about, been the conversation of topic of conversation, that's the one. Been the topic of conversation. We got there in the end. Jackson Remy now, 4 tackles gone. He's tackled on the TBC Live logo. They're going to go for the inside-outside play, a staple of the SRL, that good old inside-outside play. 5 tackles gone. The Bluetongues have done well to kind of cap where the Stingrays can get to, and they're going to kick from their own half. Brody Best now with the ball, going to try and get up to the halfway line, but it's tackled halfway between the 40 and 50. First tackle, we're going to go out to Riley Senior. Senior goes back on the inside to Justin Morayan. He's driven slightly back there. We're going to be just shy of the halfway line. Bit of a Jameson shuffle from Kirky. He's gone on a run there. He's palmed one off, but can't escape the tackle of Godwin.
3. Back to 10.
3 tackles gone. And that's our Webkey there. He'll push up 20 metres out from the try line here. 4 tackles gone. The Bluetongues are in some good field position. Josh Strange, now the captain. He'll push us up over to the 10-metre line. We're going to be in for some attacking kick here. They're going to kick it to Riley Senior. Sorry, pass it to Riley Senior. He passes it to Benji Magic. He puts the bomb up. We're going to get a tap back to Ryan. And Ryan's going to get wrapped up there. It's a great tackle. I believe it's Mike Tyson who made that tackle.
That was a better set from the Bluetongues off the back of a strong defensive set. And as the Stingrays go for a break here.
Dakota Diab with the breakaway. We've just cursed him a bit there. They did have a really great set. But, yeah, Dakota Diab just punished him there. Got him on a bit of a run.
Commentator's curse.
Bit of commentator's curse. Pancake gamer now.
2 hands away.
Is Pancake's brother's name Waffle?
3.
I've been looking through his personal information, and his sister's name seems to be Donut. I'm not making any aspersions about the size of his sister, but that seems like an odd name to name your child.
As Luca Magic now gets driven back. 5 tackles gone. Good gains from the Stingrays there. They got pretty deep into the half here, but they're going to pass it back to Godwin. He's going to put the kick up. It's a bit of a shallow kick, but it's tracking over towards the sideline. But James Reese, he's away. He's over the 40, over the 50, over halfway, into the 40. He's absolutely
take it to the house, son.
Luca Magic look like a fool here. And James Reese is going to open the scoring for the Bluetongues there with a great solo try.
Beautiful solo effort there from Reese. Thought he was going to just take the tackle there, but then he fended off the one and goodbye.
Absolutely. Great effort. Great chase from the Stingrays. But in the end, yeah, James Reese just way too quick there. He put the burners on and, yeah, I mean, it was a great step to, I guess, wrong foot Luca Magic as well. So the Stingrays now, they'll kick us back up on, they'll kick us off back underway through Godwin. 12-6. I mean, we've had a couple of good clashes here at Forsyth Bar Stadium. And I guess this one is shaping up to be another good clash here. We've been here a couple of times together, you and me, John Boy. Is it a pleasure as always? Or would you rather be somewhere else?
It's never a pleasure being here. I'd rather be anywhere else. Forsyth Bar, Dunedin is like the Alice Springs of New Zealand. There is nowhere I'd rather be less than Dunedin. Like, I would rather be at a funeral than be in Dunedin right now as Tama Jones goes straight through the middle. Like, there's a hillbilly behind me yelling like 3 verses of the haka that's just going absolutely off. And like the family across from my stand, my like safe haven in the sideline, is currently doing God knows what with a Sprite can. So, yeah, get me out of here, please, Josh.
As Benji Magic now goes for the punt kick down to Mike Tyson. So it's actually not Mike Tyson on the other wing. I was wrong. Mike Tyson's on the left-hand side. Gets the ball to Junior Tyre. Junior Tyre was a terrible pass. Passes to I don't even know who, and they've made a mess of it here.
He takes after his dad.
James Reese now splits the defence. He's gone away, and he's going to get a second.
So far, James Reese, man of the match performance. Absolutely scintillating speed to get through the line, and just an easy put down once again. Yeah,
absolutely. At the moment, it's James Reese versus the Stingrays here. He's been going crazy. As Benji Magic looks to level the scores here. We're 12-10 with a kick to come as he comes in for the strike. And yeah, straight over the black dot. I'm tiptoeing around it a little bit there. Didn't want to give any commentary curse here. But the Stingrays, they're in all sorts at the moment. They've just given up a 12-point lead in the space of 5 minutes, I'm going to say. So they're leaking points, and they're leaking them quickly. They're going to need a good set after the kickoff here. They're going to need a good kick chase to get down there and stop them in their tracks. Otherwise, this could the tide could change pretty quickly as they kick it to Riley Senior. He's going to run a bit, throw a big cutout ball, straight to
Oh
Jack
my
Anderson.
God.
Jack Anderson's going to get ankle tapped. He's within 5 meters of the try line. The Stingrays in great position. Junior Ty now puts it left to Godwin. Godwin gets driven backwards. Tackle 2. 2 tackles gone. Gets it out to Anderson. Sonny Ty likes the one pass out to his out to his left, but he's going to be put on his back. Justin Monkey's opened his eyes and can see that he's held up. He doesn't need to check the bunker here. As we're going to go out, Godwin out to Hugh-Man. Hugh-Man now who's going to take the settler. 4 tackles gone. We're going to go back to the left-hand side. Back to Jack Anderson. That's his 3rd touch of the set, Jack Anderson there. You'd think there's no other players but Jack Anderson in the team. But anyway, I digress. Last tackle. We're going to go out to Godwin. Godwin's going to knock it on. And Jackson Remy's going to he's not even going to make the try line as he dives. So the Stingrays have, I guess, absolutely whacked Tama Jones. But they let off the Bluetongues there. So the Bluetongues are going to have their chance to get back from that.
Great defence by the Bluetongues there. A couple try-saving tackles and then forcing the error from the Stingrays.
3 hands away. He's held there.
Absolutely. As 3 tackles are gone, the Bluetongues are just about to come over the 40-metre line. Just onto the 40-metre line. 4 tackles gone. I'd probably go for a 40-20 attempt here, but no. Tama Jones gets in the way. I believe that's what Riley Senior was shaping up for. But the Stingrays now, they're going to get a great opportunity. Pancake Gamer in some space, up over the 20-metre line. They're going to go back to the right side of the field, back to the middle. As Godwin gets the late pass to Jackson Remy. Remy is going to go up, post-contact meters to get him over the 10-metre line. They've got options either side. They're going to go short side. Pancake Gamer cut up ball to Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson in the corner here. I'm pretty happy he's got that one down. Will K wants to check the bunker. We're going to go upstairs for this one. Your TBC live bunker. We're just checking the grounding and if he's stayed in the field of play. So far, looks so good.
Oh, shit. Who's this controller has been lost?
Fuck's sake.
This must be another bunker sponsor.
3, 2,
Yeah,
1.
brought to you by Duracell.
I'm using Duracell batteries. Okay, 3, 2, 1. They're just checking the angle here again. I'm pretty happy that he has stayed in the field of play. However, Casey Badger in the box there is just getting that extra look. I'm not sure what she's looking at here, but we've got the 4 points on the board. Mike Tyson with a great try, tiptoeing down the sideline. Great work from the bloke.
Great try there by Tyson, and once again, the lead changes hands. Well, not really, it was tied up, but again, Stingray showing why they are here to play.
As Godwin now has the opportunity to make it 18 points to 12. He hits it wide. It's swinging back across, but it's just going to miss the right upright. Great attempt there. This is shaping up to be a great game so far. We got 8 minutes left of the half, and there's still plenty of life left in both teams here. Benji Magic's going to get us back underway. Nice deep kick to Luca Magic, the fullback. He's going to pass it straight off to Jackson Remy. Remy's going to be met by Jude Tama Jones there. Over the 20-metre line he gets to. Coda Diab now contained within his own 30. Pancake Gamer tries to run through Josh Strange, that is, and the halfback. Hugh-Man now out to Luca Magic. Magic in some space. He gets around 1. He gets around the fullback, Justin Ryan. Great step from the man. 4 tackles gone. This is saved to Stingrays set a little bit there. Jimbo Brev now. He's going to go for a bit of a run up over the 30-metre line. Out of range for an attacking kick, I'd say, from the Stingrays. They're going to put it to the pocket for Jack Anderson to put the bomb up. It's a good high kick, but the kick chase is nowhere to be seen as Justin Ryan comes down with the ball.
Good set there by the Stingrays after points.
Yeah, absolutely. It's what you want from your team. Nice couple hits down the middle and then kick it to the corner, which is kind of what they've done there. Bluetongues are going to want to try and get the points on the board before half-time. Go into the break with a bit of a level score here. But Franco Lombardi is going to get us up to the 30-metre line.
Move.
4 tackles gone. Tyler Kernke goes for a dummy half scoot.
Held.
Last tackle. They're going to be behind their 40. Good opportunity to go for a 40-20, but they might be a little bit deep for it here. Benji Magic, though, he's going to kick it straight down the middle of the field. Luca Magic there to receive. Luca gets past one. He nearly gets past Justin Ryan, but he's got in there. Justin Ryan and Josh Strange in the tackle. Back to the left side of the field. Pancake Gamer in some space. There's no one in front of him. He's going to get the offload to Surveyor. Surveyor's going to get driven backwards by Riley Sr.
Held. Get up.
Mike Tyson enacting half to Pancake Gamer. Pancake Gamer gets wrapped up the top there by Jude Tama Jones. 3 tackles gone, 20 metres left. And that's a bit of a dog's breakfast there. Lack of communication has just caused that error there.
Bad end of the set there, especially close to half time. You'd want to hope they put points on the board, but just some poor hands there.
Absolutely, as Justin Ryan's driven back over the 40-metre line. 2 tackles gone. We've got 2 minutes left to play. A bit of a late pass, and yeah, that's a forward pass. Yeah, dummy half, just a little bit slow to get the ball up there, Kernke. But that's not going to matter. They're going to force the error there. Lombardi to clean up scraps. Knock-on advantage here is the call from the referee. Kernke going to go out to Webkey. Webkey's going to drive up over halfway.
That's one. Move.
Magic now. He's going to throw the long ball out to Neil.
Held. 2 hands away.
Kernke back to Magic. Magic bit flat-footed there.
He's held there. Let him go. Let him go.
Just shy of half-time now. We've got about 15 seconds left. Neil's going to get out to Tama Jones. Tama Jones to the 40-metre line with the offload to Kernke. That's going to take us into half-time. And we'll see you after the break.
G'day, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you back to your fresh round of action. My name is John Beaumont, and I've been joining you from the sidelines. The Stingrays have taken a narrow 16-12 lead over the Bluetongues, the visitors. Once again, my name is John Beaumont. I'm joined by my good friends in the actual commentary box, Josh Pretlove and Wilmot. I've been told Wilmot's been crunching the numbers at half-time, so what do they tell us?
Well, the stats actually favour the Bluetongues, believe it or not. The Stingrays have actually missed 7 more tackles than the Bluetongues. However, the Stingrays have more even run metres across the board, whereas the Bluetongues are carrying a few passengers. So if those stats persist, I wouldn't be surprised if the Bluetongues come through with the win here.
He's held there. That's tackle floor. Hands off.
Great insight there from you there, Wilmot. I don't know how that's not an offside. He's kicked it into the back of his player in front of him. But nevertheless, they've called that a knock-on, and Bluetongues will get the ball back within 30. Riley Sr. now, he'll take the run, he'll take the hit up. Tackle 1, we're going to head back into the middle of the field. Jude Tama Jones now. Bit of a late play the ball again. We saw this earlier in the game, and this one's come off for them. Josh Strange with the ball.
That's a third.
Going to have a bit of a settler to the middle now. Jude Tama Jones driven back onto the 10-metre line. Bluetongues are in some good position here. Coming back to the left side of the field. Josh Strange now.
He's held there.
Last tackle.
5. Markers lock in.
We've got a kicker in the pocket on the right. Going to kick it, pass back down to Benji Magic. Magic's going to bomb it onto the try line here. And Jimbo Brev, safe hands there. Jimbo's going to come down with the catch, and we're going to go out to the 20.
Unlucky for the Bluetongues there. They had the man contesting the ball, but Stingrays just got the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. And John Boy, from the messages from half-time, did you make your way over to the sheds?
I did, in fact. Anything to get away from this crowd. For the Stingrays, the outline from the coach was very simple. It was execute. We saw towards the tail end of that first half that they just aren't quite finding the finishing touches, and so their coaching staff just wanted to emphasise. Especially Kaya forward, the need to capitalise on those opportunities with their eyes. That's the exact opposite of what he'd been preaching. For the Bluetongues, their coaching staff was actually pretty happy. But what I did take away was that they want them to be better at defusing the high ball. We saw that they conceded opportunities or tries directly from kicks in that first half, whether it be taking it out in the full or just missing a bomb. So for them to clean up the high ball.
He's held 3.
If they do that, from what we saw, when they get a roll on, they're pretty hard to beat.
Yeah, look, great insight. Thanks for that there, John Boy. Great journalism. That's the way I'm looking for. Great journalism as always. As we come back to the middle of the field, 4 tackles gone. Alex Neil's going to take us up to the 20-metre line. We're going to be out of range for an attacking kick, so I'd imagine we'd have a punt kick to the corners. And no, I'm wrong. We're going to go for a bomb kick. We've seen this before. They've let it bounce, but let Luca Magic. He was prepared for that one there. He's played these games before. And he's going to get us back to our 10-metre line. Godwin now with the long pass to Mike Tyson. Tyson now driven backwards a little bit there from number 4, Brody Best. Junior Ty with a cutout ball. Jackson Remy with the ball. Good post-contact meters. Absolutely. Defense has been pretty spot on from the Bluetongues so far. 4 tackles gone now, and they're contained to their first half still. So to their half of the field. As William now gets driven backwards onto the TBC Live logo by Webkey and that's Tyler Kernke. Last tackle, 40-20 range here. I would like to see a good attempt, but so we're going to go to the middle of the field. Justin Ryan with the return.
He's held there. Right, here's tackle 1.
Justin Ryan's going to get us back to around that 50-metre line, around our halfway mark. As Jude Tama-Jones now. He'll try and barge through the two defenders. Out to the right side, Senior onto Ryan, Ryan onto Best via a drop ball. 3 tackles.
Get away with that one.
Absolutely. Very lucky to get away with that one. As we have a 2 pass out to Jude Tama-Jones. Tama-Jones has been all over it so far with this first 10 minutes. He's been involved in almost everything. As we go out to Caleb Kelly. Caleb Kelly is the number 4, sorry, not Brody Best. As last tackle, we're going to go to the pocket of Alex Neil. Alex Neil's in the pocket. That's interesting. As Mike Tyson's going to field the kick. Gets past the first defender, the number 5. But Caleb Kelly's going to drive him back, make the covering tackle. Jack Anderson onto Junior Ty. Junior Ty with the fend. Junior Ty's going to get past 1. He's going to throw the flicker pass back inside to Jack Anderson. Junior Ty is actually working for once. That's interesting. As we go left to Jackson Remy.
3, back with me.
Jackson Remy. He's going to get put on his back here. Bit of a slow play the ball from the Stingrays. Godwin out to William. William just get to the halfway line, just over it. 4 tackles gone. The Bluetongues have done well to contain them. 4 tackles it's taken them to cross halfway. They're going to 2 pass out to Mike Tyson. Tyson's dangerously close to the touchline here. They're going to try and work him in the touch, but he does well to stay in. We're going to go back on the inside. Godwin's going to try and punt it downfield, but he doesn't quite connect.
That kick was ass.
Doesn't quite connect very well with that one there. Justin Ryan now gets it. We get the ball out to Jude Tama-Jones. It's going to get taken back over the 40-metre line. Webkey now. It's going to take a 1 pass. The Newcastle special. 1 ball hit up. And Riley Jr. now. Sorry, Riley Senior now. Terribly sorry there, Riley. As Franco Lombardi's going to get us up over the 40-metre line. 5 tackles gone. This has been some great Stingrays defence here. Not much going for the Bluetongues, but they're going to get it to Benji Maddock, who's going to kick it from the 40 down to Jimbo Brev. He's going to return. We got the 3 and the 6 linking up for that tackle.
Let him up. That's 1. Move.
Junior Ty now out to Connor Williams.
Hands away.
2 tackles gone. Back on the inside. Jack Anderson now.
He's held there. Clear him now.
Oh, that's lazy. That's a lazy penalty there. Holding in the tackle. It's not hard to clear the ruck there. Whether it's laziness or fatigue, I'll let you boys be the judge of that.
I mean, just when I thought the game was getting into the real grind of things, Bluetongues give away a soft penalty, basically inviting the Stingrays to their own half, which hopefully they will look to capitalise on and extend their lead.
1. Release.
Absolutely. John Boy, how did the crowd react with that one there?
Well, with some, that's a flat ball. But from what I could translate from these orcs surrounding me, some form of joy, a lot of chanting, someone's taking his shirt off. But, you know, Stingrays are on the fact and they're looking good here. It's got to try to look straight through Godwin. Drops it to Anderson, who will push. Oh my god.
insane
can't see
stuff
him here.
there.
Has he got that down?
Justin
I think
Monkey,
he's got that
he's
down.
pretty confident that he does not get it down. However, he goes through the goalpost here, but I think we've got ball on ground. Just need to see a different angle. That's probably not the angle. No, we get a little bit of ball on ground. TBC live bunker. These are the shots we're getting. Bunker lady has seen enough, and we're going to have a try.
Well, just as I suspected, off the back of a soft penalty given away by the Bluetongues, the Stingrays roll down and put another 4 on the board with a kick to come.
Yeah, absolutely. They just extended this lead now. It's now a 2-score game. 20 points to 2-score game? Yeah, sorry, it'll be a 2-score game. Bit of a blank here on your Tuesday night. As the Stingrays will go out to a 10-point lead. We've still got plenty of time left in this game. We've got about 20 odd minutes left. We've seen the Bluetongues, they've come back from defeat multiple times. So they've definitely got the metal in them there to keep going and to persevere. But I guess, John Boy, if you were the captain, what would you be trying to tell your men to get them to kind of bounce back and keep their eyes on the ball?
Keep the discipline. Their forwards need to get their fat asses up. You need to get off the tackler. You can't be caught we talk about yardage piggyback penalties, right? Penalties in the 20 to 40 zone where as Diab's put some shot in the middle, where you're essentially letting the gas off, and you relieve them of like a fourth tackle. Would have been a kick turns into a penalty, and you let the Stingrays, who are a classy outfit, roll down through you. I mean, it makes sense that they're just going to roll you up the middle.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Great. You're absolutely right there. Yardage penalties are killers, coach killers as well. As the Stingrays, they 4 tackles down. They're going to get up over the 30-meter line. This set really started. Absolutely. This set really started when Coda Diab went for that stroll. They're going to go to the pocket, and that's just a way too late of a kick. But Alex Neal's in some space. He gets past 1. He's got open space in front of him. He can see home. He's running over the 10. He's going to be there. He's going to take it to the house, and we're going to be 4 points down with just over 18 minutes left to play and a kick to come. Strap yourselves in, fellas. We're going to be in for a good one.
4th tackle option right there. Too easy for Neil there to pick that up and run the length. We've definitely got a game on our hands tonight.
Yeah, a bit of a crazy option to run to the line that late. It's always a bad idea to leave it that late. Sometimes it pays off really well, but as we can see, and I'm sure the crowd can see, John Boy, it did not work out very well for the South Islanders.
No, they've started. The crowd has started screaming. In fact, actually, they are mildly displeased at that 5th tackle option. Some Ranger chick behind me is yelling something about the halfback that I care not to repeat on TV. But suffice to say, they are less than pleased at how they've let the Bluetongues back. What is a Bluetongue?
Did you say what is a Bluetongue?
Yeah, what is a Bluetongue?
It's a native Australian lizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're actually really beautiful creatures, Bluetongues. But anyway, we digress. We'll get back onto the football here as Webkey now gets us up to the 40-meter line. Justin Ryan now is going to get past 1. He's going to get past the front line of defence, and it's going to be the wrap-up tackle of Luca Magic that's going to stop a breakaway try. 40 metres out, 4 tackles gone. We're going to go inside-outside. Tama Jones throws the inside ball to Junior Tyre, the Vulture. That's his nickname. He's the Vulture. As Surveyor now, he gets the ball out to Remy. Remy's going to get driven backwards. Stingrays here, they have opportunity to put the nail in the coffin. Halfway with 2 tackles gone. We're about to be 3 tackles gone. Pancake Gamer gets us to 40. Back down the middle of the field, Jackson Remy gets past 1, gets us to the front line, and knocks the ball on. That's a coach killer. I'm not sure what's happened there. I'm not sure if the tackler there has knocked the ball out, but that's pretty poor handling. But Bluetongues now, they're going to have an opportunity to salvage this. They're going to get up to the halfway between 30 and 40, 1 tackle gone. They're going to try and go to the short side. Webkey now, the camera side, the camera side. As we're going to go back towards the middle of the field. Josh Strange going to get driven backwards. 3 tackles gone. They're moving a bit laterally here. A lot of sideways movement, but not a lot of forward movement, which is obviously not good. Ball needs to go forward. As Franco Lombardi now 4 tackles gone. They're going to 2 pass out to Justin Ryan. He's going to get the steps around. He's going to have Luka Magic to beat. Gets the ball on the inside. Pancake gamer. He's going to come up with the ball. And we're going to be on the 30-meter line. The Bluetongues have just let off all the pressure they had on them. And Connor Williams is going to get past one. He's going to palm one off. Throw an offload. Jack Anderson now. Not much he could do with that there. He's going to get driven backwards. 12 minutes left to play here. We've got 6 points to difference. 4 points to difference. Maths is good. Williams now over halfway. We're going to go out to the left-hand side of the field. Coda Diab, dangerous man that guy is. But he's going to be wrapped up by Jude Tama-Jones. Tama-Jones back on the inside. We're going to go to Anderson. Anderson through a gap with 1 player left to beat. Justin Ryan now makes a good cover tackle. Last tackle now. We're going to look to the sky here as Godwin out to man. Man up to the sky, as I mentioned. We're going to have a tap back to Luka Magic, and that guy is a genius of the sky who tapped that back. As Luka Magic is wrapped up there. Great attempt from them there. I love the tap back plays. But Franco Lombardi, he's going to get through space. That man lacks in strength, but he can run. That is certainly true. As Magic now gets it out to Cotton. Cotton now gets through a gap, and he just drops the ball. But we're going to be playing on. Josh Strange now with the break. I have no idea what has happened there. But Josh Strange now tackle for tackle 2 within the 10 meters. Bluetongues go right. They get it out to Justin Ryan. Ryan gets tackled by, I believe that's Jackson Remy. Back on the inside. Alex Neal now is going to push over. He's going to be turned on his back. He's going to be just short of the line. Play it on the try line. We're going to pass out to Josh Strange. Josh Strange driven back. Last tackle. I'd imagine we look for a grubber here, late grubber. We're not even going to get a chance. That's Jackson Remy with the rush up tackle. Great pressure that was put on from the Stingrays to not concede.
Another poor 5th tackle option there from the Bluetongues. The Stingrays are still dangling the carrot for the Bluetongues, however. It's still anyone's game at this point. But while ever the Bluetongues can't finish off their sets, I feel the Stingrays will get this home and hosed.
Yeah, I mean, look, we've got... What are we going to call that? We're going to call it 6 minutes. We've got a Diab now with a break. He's going to make these meters and throw the inside ball back to Godwin. Godwin is going to get us up to halfway. 4 tackles gone. We're going to get a falcon from Remy, but he does regather it. Last tackle now. We're in the half of the Bluetongues. They're going to be a deep kick down to the, I wouldn't say the left winger. Instead, we're going to go to the middle. But it is still going to be the right winger that gets it, Brody Best. Brody Best is going to get driven backwards.
Good kick recovery there.
Yeah, good kick recovery. We got 5 minutes left. Alex Neal is going to go on a good run here. Gets past 1. Luka Magic's going to make the tackle. No fullback at home here. Inside, outside, sort of, to Justin Ryan. Ryan is wrapped up by Coda Diab. 3 tackles gone. The Bluetongues are going to need to do something special here. Josh Strange. We're not going to have too much play left to go. I'm going to say another set or potentially 2 sets left of the game. Benji Magic gets it out to Riley Senior. Senior now on tackle 4. Wrapped up over the halfway line. Way too far for an attacking kick. And they're not going to get a kick at all. They're going to get the ball to Jude Tama-Jones, and he's going to run up to the 20, and he's going to turn it over. So the Bluetongues might get one more set at the end here. As the Stingrays now, they're going to get the ball. Hugh-Man now out to Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson driven backwards to the 20. William now. William's been on fire all game today. He's been terrorising that Bluetongue middle. As Coda Diab now, another man who's been terrorising the defence for the Bluetongues. 40 metres. 40 metres out from their try line, from their own line. 4th tackle. We've got about a minute and a half left to play. We're going to get another couple tackles, from the Bluetongues. Last tackle. We'll see if the Stingrays can get a good last tackle kick here. That's been the theme of the night, is poor 5th tackle options. And that's probably the best one we've seen here. Nice deep kick, but we got a kick chase. We nearly had a kick return try. He nearly made the break there. We're going to have 1 play left. We're going to go short side to Riley Senior. He's going to get wrapped up. 1 more tackle. We're going to go to Best. Best's going to get steps around. He's going to get past 1. Luka Magic's going to make the tackle. And Luka Magic's going to save the game there for the Stingrays. He's going to wrap him up. And we're going to have the Stingrays, the outright winners here, 22 points to 18. Great game I've seen so far. Not so far. Great game I've seen here, fellas. What are your thoughts on this one?
Definitely probably one of the games of the season so far. Both teams had their moments, but also had some poor moments as well. Pretty much right until the death, I felt it was anyone's game, but I think what got the Stingrays through was just their fifth tackle options.
Absolutely. And look, I'll give you a final word here, John Boy, before we look at some stats so we can get you out of the crowd. What did you think of that game?
I think if you're either team's coaching staff, you'd probably be infuriated from what you saw, to be honest. I think despite the score being 22-18, there was probably about 12 points before each team left out on the paddock. A lot of interesting fifth tackle kicks, some that didn't quite reach the feet, and a lot of, I would say, maybe indecision in the red zone. Yeah, it'd be interesting to look in the film room on Monday.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Look, appreciate your insight as always, John Boy. Thank you for braving the crowds of Dunedin. We're going to
Get me out of here. Get me out of here.
We're going to take a look at some match stats here. As we can kind of see, it's pretty well split down the middle. Possessions 53% to 47, so again, kind of that 50-50 almost. Completions, both sides completed 14, but they slightly differs. The Stingrays had a few more sets. 10 errors versus the Bluetongues 8. 1 penalty aside here. Tackles are around about the same. Missed tackles, the Stingrays almost missed double the amount. The line breaks, 16 versus 23. So obviously we can kind of see the Stingrays had a bit of a better game as the scoreline shows as well. But we'll take a bit of a look at the the player stats. And I guess, Wilma, take us through the Stingrays.
Well, obviously, good game from Jackson Remy there, 176 metres, and Kodard Diab as well. Had some great runs, breaking through the line with 4 line breaks as well as Remy. But, Josh, I've got to point out some of the poor efforts from Finn Woodhead. 2 runs for 7 metres. That's some poor effort there. I know they still got the win, but definitely wasn't much noticeable tonight.
Yeah, no, absolutely, I understand. And look, I mean, quite a few players over that 100 run meters or close to that 100 run meters. John Boy and a lot of us here in the mines do also say that 100 run meters is where you kind of want to aim for, especially in the short format. But again, looking across the board, looks really good here. Junior Tyre, although he was running from hooker, 195 run meters is pretty solid. 22 tackles, only 2 missed. 2 tackle breaks, 2 line breaks. That's pretty solid stat line for the man there. The vulture, as I've dubbed him, always around when there's goods about. But as we look at some Bluetongue stats here, Alex Neal, the lock, 177 run meters, 5 passes, 14 tackles, only 1 miss, 2 tackle breaks, 3 line breaks, a kick, and a try. Pretty good pretty good stat line from the man. But as we look further down, Tyler Kernke, the hooker, 165 run meters. James Reese, 137. Jude Tama-Jones, 112. 104 for Riley Senior. 102 for Benji Magic. And then as we go down in the in the 80s and the 70s, Brody Best, Justin Ryan, Josh Strange, Franco Lombardi. So across the board, pretty solid game from the Bluetongues. Missed quite a few missed tackles from both sides. They're obviously something that both teams are going to want to party up here. But the one thing I'm going to point out across the board is the line breaks. 3 line breaks for Neil, 1 for Kernke, 2 for Reese, 2 for Tama-Jones, 3 for Best, 2 for Ryan, 1 for Strange and Lombardi, and 1 for Cotton. So lots of line breaks all around for the team. So great effort from the players to get all those around. But look, that's all we're going to have time for you on your Tuesday night. Stay tuned for Wednesday night. Big day here. We've got 4 games. We've got our first game of SRL Mines, 2 SRL clashes, and then we're going to finish off with the SRL Mines, and that'll be a round 4 coverage continuing on tomorrow. As always, I'm your Mines Commissioner, Josh Pretlove, joined in the box with Ravens mentor, Ryan Wilmot, and the colour/sideline commentary was the one and only John Boy Mayava. Thank you.